the ivory's nice, but we don't want a tango start attack. Mind you, we do have the Spanish down. Oh my, 122 gunship with a line. I think we might be well protected here with the Spanish. Are the Spanish at war with the British? Look, oh my goodness me, there's Nelson. There he is. That is Nelson right there. And I think we're going to have to... I know that we are going to be sending Napoleon here just to start with, just in case we have any trouble with the Austrians. Got these gentlemen ready to go as well, so we greetings and welcome to episode 2 of my Napoleon Total War 3 France campaign. And this is my friends, how I left it last time. And before we start, I'd like to thank all of you for your wonderful advice, your exemplary strategies, your tactics, all of the wonderful comments that have been coming in thick and fast, my friends. It's been an absolute joy to read some wonderful advice. Principally, it has been based around building our economy up. So in other words, the economy must be priority here. We have to have a strong economic base from which to establish our empire from. Secondly, that we have to also keep a very strong eye on what the British are doing here. Now, there has been a call from some members of the council that Brittany will actually be one of the targets for the British. Now, I know that we've got Murat here, as you can see, Joachim Murat here. Now, some of the council members were sort of questioning why Murat was here when he's actually an exemplary cavalry commander, and why is he in Paris defending the city? Now, that is a fair question. Now, for the time being, we can't really pull him out, because if the British now started to loiter about here, as you can see, that there is Nelson, and we want to avoid Nelson at all costs, because by all accounts, he is an absolute monster to fight against. You're going to have to outnumber him maybe 3 to 1, maybe even 4 to 1 before you have a chance of taking him down. We are nowhere near that position to be able to do that at the moment. But Murat, of course, is defending Paris. Now, of course, as you can see there, we haven't got any a small star force. We would be fighting in the open, so of course his ability to fight in the open with cavalry would of course come into the fore there. We have, as you can see here, a huge amount, this sort of spider web here of infrastructure now, which we are and have been upgrading, as you can see, at cobbled roads, with France becoming the first to have cobbled roads. We are starting to sort of see this infrastructure, see the fruits of our labour here in terms of the economy starting to bear fruit now. And we've also reached out to many of our sort of, say neutral neighbours and also of allies to increase the trade, let's get that trade flowing. With trade flowing, so does the diplomatic sort of overtures become much more positive from our neighbours and also those who potentially may not like us. So we keep the trade coming in and the money money does tend to have that sort of a very positive effect, especially if it's coming in and everybody is having a good time because of it. Now, of course, that's not going to last. It's quite clear we are going to be under quite a considerable pressure. So we're trying to get our economy, especially here in France itself, really, really buoyant and up to full here. Of course, as we move steadily east, particularly here in sort of Italy, here where we have Torino, Milan has fallen to the Austrians here. But it did cost them dear, but they have got a fine general here, as you can see, already moving in here. We're not sure who he is, but we have a spy potentially moving in to see what's going on there as soon as possible. Now, also the council have called us to use the spy to stop reinforcements coming in, to sort of start raiding, to start hindering the enemy, start hindering Austria, starting to maybe bring about sort of starting to unpick the sort of the seams of the Austrian Empire using our spy. And to that end, we also brought in here Michel Ney here, and also we have, of course, Jean-Andre Messina as well. So just poised on our allies' border here of Switzerland to move. As you can see here, just about make it into there if possible, through the Alps as it were. And also we can definitely attack there, but we just got to bide our time here. We're just trying to build our army, but find that equilibrium, that fine balance between our economy and also increasing our troop numbers. We have to not overstretch ourselves, because as soon as something goes wrong or our trade is cut off, we are going to be in trouble. Now, as you can see here, Napoleon is looking absolutely magnificent, his army, but however, the council did point out that Napoleon is an artillerist. He is an excellent, he's a man of the artillery, and as you can see here, we really do have to bring in some artillery units to make the most of his assets here, of his abilities with them. We've also got, as you can see here, we've sort of increased the defences here in Stuttgart. We've also brought Napoleon himself in here. And we do have here in Strasbourg Devoe, and just in case, we might be able to move Devoe into Paris and then move Marat out and maybe move Marat towards the Austrian border. Maybe having that cavalry commander, that exceptional cavalry commander operating on the eastern front. We've also got here, which you have to keep an eye on here, the Swedish force. Sweden, of course, we're at war with, loitering about in Mecklenburg. But we have, of course, brought in here Jean-Baptiste Bernadotte here, or Bernadotte, and we have increased his force here, but I wouldn't mind to bring in just one more unit of troops, just to make sure that this isolated French town here, this isolated region, is secure. As you can look at the size of that army there, that is a monster from the Prussians there. But we do have, as you can see, trade with the Prussians. We're trying to keep ourselves on an even keel here, but if that moved in with that army, we wouldn't stand a chance. We mustn't overstretch ourselves in terms of our costs either. Now, recruiting here, we've got light cavalry here, but look at that for accuracy. Now, light infantry, that's a wonder. Light infantry, conscripts, militia, and there was an excellent call for militia to be used as well in some of our regions. We've also got Landwehr and skirmishers as well, and what incredible accuracy they really do. We might just bring one more line infantry into here, just in case, just to add that little bit of panache. But as you can see here, we've done everything we can here. We've established some excellent trade lines moving in, especially here from Genoa. We've got also Spain hopefully moving down a very, very powerful force to take and retake Gibraltar. That will secure the Gibraltar Straits here, and also potentially give us access to the Mediterranean, unhindered access to the Mediterranean, and these wonderful trade posts here. We do, of course, got ourselves on the spice here, which, as you can see here, is buoyant. Look at that from Africa, a lot, 29 here. If we can get ourselves into ivory, which is unfortunately taken by other nations, because they can also see the incredible economic power of the ivory there. But we might try and get ourselves here into Valletta, because that's got spices as well, and then we can link up here just outside Sicily, which we do have a trade with. I'm not sure, there's not many we don't have trade with at the moment. We've got trade with pretty much most of the major nations. I wouldn't mind to get peace with Sweden, but I don't think that's minus 309. I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. So we shall continue apace here. We've also got national debt just to help us here with the upkeep costs of the armies, which will reduce, which means we'll have more income. And we're going to try and drive our economy as fast as we can here. We've also got here classical economics, which again will generate wealth for more buildings. Clamour for reform will be a little bit of a problem, but we can offset that if need be. Good abolition of the Inquisition, which again will offset the classical economics negativity, as you can see. Colonial funding, again, plus 10 military supplies received from trade nodes, so that'd be wonderful. Public schooling, and bring a gentleman as +1 as well. So again, we're gonna have to, but we'll also have to offset that with things like logistics as well. +2 replenishment rates in all regions, Grand Battery, plus 5% of artillery accuracy. I know many of the councils are saying the artillery is not that accurate, so we've just got to keep an eye on that as well. We've got skirmisher units as well, replenishment rate again. I'll also get industrial as well here. Poverty control laws might not be too bad at all there. But again, and also increase our naval facilities if possible. We do have here a shipyard. We are recruiting 2 merchantmen. They will pay for themselves effectively by moving into the trade nodes, or the trade posts, should I say. But let's end this turn. We can't do anything else. We've done all we can do now. Where is the action going to come from? Potentially from Austria. But look at that, they've got no growth at all here, and minus population growth here, so they are struggling in Munich a bit here. And I wonder if there's going to be a rebellion here, because look at that, minus 25, even minus 13 to the ruling class. That's going to be pretty... that's going to be a rebellion. Now that could fall into our hands. We could actually move on Milan and establish a forward base here, a forward operating base here, where we could strike at Venice. That would be a wonder. But of course Vienna would be highly defended here. I wouldn't imagine that would be an easy fight at all. Right, let's end the turn here. Let's just see what comes our way. Of course, Austria, what will they do? Let's just see what Britain does, which will probably move into another region in our regions. But we've got to keep an eye out here. What's going on? Ah, look at that, hitting our trade here and there as well. It's going to be a real menace to us, and of course we've got to be careful. Now Russia and Sweden, what are they going to do? Probably hit our other ports. Spain, of course, but no, Portugal, I beg your pardon. But what will Spain do? Spain, well done, sir, well done. There it is. I can only hope that, no, they're not. I was hoping that Spain might go for Gibraltar. Ooh, look at that. Bertrand Barriere. Oh, that's a perfect location as well to be. So we're going to send him immediately to the eastern front here. That's a wonder. So we could probably pull back this by here.
Je surveille, Votre Majesté.
We could infiltrate. What we've got? 66%. We could sabotage here. We could start hitting. Okay, that's blockaded. That's going to hit us pretty hard there. Ooh, not too bad actually. Antwerp has been hit, but however, now we could get a commercial port here, which could offset that there. But of course, it's not linked to anything, so we don't want to waste that money. Remember, every coin has to be. Oh, look at that! Minus 6% upkeep costs. That is a wonder. And regional wealth increased as well. So we're starting to see those improvements in our economy already bearing fruit. And look at this here. I think we'll definitely take this for the happiness values here as well. It's only 800, so we've got to offset our economy with a balance. Clearances. I think we'll also take that as well. We're going to spend some of our money here as well wisely. Factory again here. And wineries here as well. Minus 20 here now, so that I wonder if there's going to be a rebellion here. We can only hope there would be. This army's probably replenishing as we speak, but now he's done his damage there. Let's just make sure we've got everything under control here as well.
J'attends vos ordres.
Look out, we've got a 12-pounder, my goodness me, that's a monster. That's fine. Right, Corsica's now got its road system up as well, but again, this port's not doing anything, it's not connecting to anything at all. So we don't really want to sort of start throwing money there at Corsica just yet. We'll have Paris first. We can't keep through. We can't. The infrastructure will have to be done. The cobbled roads, as you can see here, will have to be done one at a time because it takes a long time, but also commits a lot of money to it as well. What we do need is a state farm here. I want to make sure that sort of the interior economy of is well looked after, but also we've got to make sure that our we've got this gentleman here. $134 upkeep cost here. What's the upkeep cost here? 146. Well, I'd rather have a we've got the guns here, so the port defence. Got 3 or 4. We are but trying to protect our. Got a corvette there as well. I think we'll get a French artillery battery here as well in Le Havre. And again, we're gonna focus on the economy here as well at the moment. Just 8%. We might just get one battery here. I mean, look at that. Where was that one battery? It was a staggering amount of money. 4,000. It's a 12-pounder grand battery. Look at that. That's a staggering amount. My goodness, 1,382 here. Well, we might get that. I think we might cancel. No, we'll keep this open because we do need to have some coastal defences here. So this port defence protect your harbour, so we really want that because I mean these harbours here. But we think until next turn, which is going to be 3857. What else have we got? Have we anywhere else we can? We can't. We don't have. They're unfriendly with us. I wouldn't mind. I wonder if Sweden would. No, they're not. They really are not happy with us at all there, which is absolutely fair enough. Can't argue with that. I think we'll just invest. We'll actually keep the money back here. We're going to try and build a little bit of a reserve up as well if possible. But, oh, look at the cannon foundry here. Oh, the theatre. Enhances national prestige, so we do need to. We've got quite a lot of money coming in here as well. But no, we're going to try and, again, as I said, we're not going to do anything. But if we can move him in here, and eventually, he might be able to sort of sabotage in there as well. Now that's been sabotaged, I'll hurt them hard. That will, especially this mine here. We will try and move in here as well if possible. We may even take the gunsmith out and sabotage the gunsmith. And I got a supply post in here as well in Bavaria. We're going to try and hit Munich. We're going to try and sort of use our spies here to sort of really do some damage on the Eastern Front.
Oui,
so I think we might move me into here as well because the Genoa as ours as well. We don't really want to lose that. So we might move them into here and do some sabotage. We can infiltrate. We can't. We can't sabotage Yarmouth. We can. Look at that opera house here. We can't. That's probably very well defended, but we can try and take that there. Let's just see what is subterfuge. So before we send him into there, we'll just move to here a second. Right, let's end the turn, my friends. We've got Marat as well. I would like to recruit a heavy cavalry for Murat. I've got plenty of cavalry for him, but I'd like to get as much cavalry as possible. Maybe another heavy cavalry for him, because we want to use him to his absolute maximum. But getting that spy was a real boon, because we can send our spies to the eastern front. They can do a lot of damage, perhaps even keep the Austrians on the back foot, as it were. Research, that should be finished now soon, which is excellent. Well, let's end the turn. Look at that. Oh, wait just a minute, sir. Wait a minute there, sir. Whoa, look at the size of that. Oh my goodness me. Excuse any noise in the background, my friends. You can probably guess who that might be. And here comes Sweden, probably to harass us. Portugal. That's okay, because of the wealthier Portugal. Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. The wealthier Portugal, the better it is for us. The Ottomans and Spain. Look like they're just keeping themselves to themselves, Spain, at the moment. Oh yes, excellent.
Comment puis-je vous servir?
Intellectual centre, so we could. I mean, would I do like him in here, the classical university? This will help, of course.
Ma mission?
I'd like to get him in here as well with these other. Make the most of him. Oh, look at that! Excellent. The Havre, of course, is blockaded. That's going to hurt us because, ouch! Like I said, we've got to be careful here because the British are going to absolutely be loitering about here, and they're going to cut off everything coming into us here. They really are hitting us hard. So we've got to offset that by bringing in the money from this side as well. So we're going to send one of our ships. I think we'll send one ship down to here, and one ship down to here. We can offset what we're going to be losing from that raiding by moving into these. Oh, look at that! It's not going to happen though, is it? Because of course, with these other lines being raided in here and taking out all this going on. Look, there's nothing coming in here either, because they're also raiding down here as well, and not. So we really are suffering from that British naval power. We've got to be careful now what we're doing in terms of what our income. That was excellent, and well, +1 to lower classes, which is excellent. Stud farm. I think what we will have here. Oh, look at that. +3% generated from more, so we've got to go along this +5% global tax rate here. I think we'll have classical economics. That will help us no end, but we've got here more.
Que voulez-vous?
Oh, look at that! We could sabotage the army.
J'enquête sur la cible.
We've got here as well. What can we do
Votre
here?
Majesté.
Sabotage.
Comme vous voulez. Comment puis-je
He has
vous
been
aider?
found.
Silence
Down here.
garanti.
Just so we don't get too confident. I think that's what we'll do at the moment, is that. Supply warehouse. Nope, we're not going to supply anything in here. We've got to be careful. We've got to keep some money back in case we get hit pretty hard from the British. We don't want to be spending all our money. We've got to keep something in reserve just in case. hopefully with this just moving down into the classical university, it will help improve and decrease the time it takes. It's really important here, but it's not doing anything to us. Hopefully the British will move away, but I don't think we can get... I wouldn't imagine we can get peace with Britain. My goodness me. Request peace. Actually, what about national debt? Let's just try it again, just on the off chance we can do it. Nope. They really don't like us at all, so that's gonna stay there for a while. Let's end the turn, but eventually we might have to move against Munich. Oh, they've got more. They've got a 7-pounder in there as well now.
Mes yeux sont les vôtres.
Send the turn.
Rien d'autre.
Oh, there's the rebellion. There's the rebellion. Oh. Oh. They're not giving us any peace at all there, are they? Ah, of course, we've got the... It looks like Denmark is going... Come on, Denmark, you've got to chase those Swedish ships down. Come on, you got it. That's it, well done, sir. Empire. Oh, look at that. Doesn't Istanbul look wonderful there? That looks absolutely fantastic. And France, I'm not sure what France are going to be, Spain will be doing here, but it would be nice if they actually moved against Britain. That would be fantastic. But alas, it doesn't look like they're going to be doing that. Or maybe. Yeah, we know. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Like construction. Okay, gentlemen. Taxidermist. We've also got. Yes, that's not excellent. So that's going to prevent them moving in here. It's been hit there. Oh, look at that. That battery there has prevented them. So we've got this covered here against these from raiding inside the port, but look at that, the Dutch are taking a hammering here. Thankfully that's gone down considerably there. We are trying to build up a little bit, actually has gone up, so we've got to try and get a bit of a bank here, and we're going to try and at least increase some artillery here. We got 6-pounder, 8-pounders. That's quite expensive there, but accuracy is 75, it's not too bad. Accuracy 80 here from 6-pounder. The range is obviously from here, but 8-pounder not bad at all. I think we're going to get one of those. That's all we're going to get there for that army there, but Muraka's being replenished. They're starting to move troops into this region here. Oh. Can we start the sabotage? These reinforcements here, we've got to get ourselves. Minus 24 is going to be another rebellion in here.
À votre service.
Can we sabotage some of these other armies here? Let's have a look.
Je prends la cible en filature.
Try and keep these on the back foot here, but
oh, bonjour. Comment puis-je vous aider? Je prends la cible en filature.
Out of here.
Une autre mission?
Look at that! I tell you
Oui,
what, these
Milord.
spies are doing a stellar job here, sir. Now what we will do is we'll move in and take. We're going to really hit these armies. Make sure they're not in the best of. Sabotage this. We've sabotaged these so they can't move forward at all. They've taken a real beating there. The standard replenisher, we could move against them, but that would then draw in all these additional. We could actually take that. We could actually take Milan. We could actually take Milan, but then again we would be then. This would be exposed here to any counter attacks, and we were not in a position to really do that, are we? However, we've got Ney here.
Monsieur!
We might just move Ney into here.
Immédiatement! En avant!
Yes, look at that. We're just ready to pounce. Just ready to pounce here. Potentially moving this gentleman out here as well. Look at that. Well under control. But again, we've got to be watching. We've got to watch what we're doing here in terms of our income. But our spies here are doing a wonderful job. Now, if we could hit Munich, we could do to Munich here. When we get the drill school is going to be a little bit of a problem here for us. Like the recruiting here as well. Look at that. The recruitment there for this army is absolutely skyrocketed there.
Oui?
Could get the cobble road, but no, we've got to keep that in. We've got to keep that infrastructure here. Okay, we will try. Eventually, we'll try and negotiate peace with Britain, but I doubt very much they're going to go for that at all. What about Spain? We're allied with Spain, but how friendly are Spain with us still? Plus 53, so actually it's increased. Historical grievances has gone down as well, so that's not too bad. Hopefully this will keep, Spain will stay on our side here, but again, Britain is also increasing this army here in Gibraltar. That's going to be tough to dig out of there. Now, move it into there, just so that when that opens up, we can actually make... We've got invested in there. We'll invest in, I think we're in a winery here. Got to keep investing in our economy in some way at least. 2 more turns here. Hopefully when this
Comment puis-je vous aider?
general makes it into the...
Ah, un lieu d'apprentissage et de culture.
Got 4 researchers in there. That's absolutely fantastic. Tenured professorship, scholar, armchair general and scholar. So we're pretty much covered with quite a lot of research. Lawyer and civil. So civil research is actually doing pretty well here. Right, let's end the turn. See what happens here. Austria really is starting to move in a lot of troops now. A lot of troops are starting to move into Austria. Or into Milan, should I say. They're going to really reinforce quite extensively. Look at that there. Oh, something's in the offing here. Something is in the offing here for definite. Okay, where is Britain going exactly? Why are they... Oh, oh. Ah, now... We've got to reinforce some of our armies, I think, on the Eastern Front, because we're going to quite clearly take a bit of a... They're starting to move against us. Wait a minute, where the blazes did that Russian army come from? Here they come, here they come. Come on, repair that now, gentlemen. Spain. Come on now, Spain. Are they going to aid us, Spain, against our foes here? Because now we've got the Russians moving in. That's open. 5072. And that's open as well. Because of course we've got 2 guns here. Oh, and it's winter. And it's winter. Is there attrition here? No, because they're an allied, aren't they? Oh, banking house, look at that. That's 3,000, that's a huge commitment right there. Something's in the offing here for definite.
Monsieur, vos ordres?
Cavalryman, so he's got good. Yeah. So plenty of cavalry for this gentleman as well. I think we have to start increasing our aggressive attacker, plus 2 attacking on land. So actually, it would be good if they move against us. We will move out and attack them. We'll have that bonus, but we are going to be prepared for it. Two line infantry. I think we'll have a skirmisher as well. Voltigeur, Compagne, or Compagnie. Look at this here. We could upgrade this here. Trading company here. That would boost our income here. That's another investment in our economy. Which is definitely what we're looking for here. That's improved there. So I think what we will do. Can't get any more. Oh, we've got all the merchantmen we can get at the moment. So we might as well start looking to invest in our naval forces. Particularly down here. Dockyard is going to give us 2,000, but what will a dockyard give us? A 64 gun ship of the line, an 80 gun ship of the line. My goodness me, that's going to cost us an absolute arm and a leg. 80 gun there, 74 gun. Great estates, regional wealth, 0%. As we got great estates 1,200. Stud farm in France, that might actually be good for us because if we want Murat to have the cavalry, which we do want, God, look at the cost of the cavalry, my goodness me, that is absolutely staggering. I think we'll have cuirassiers here. 1242 here, just in case Britain does move against us. We're going to have to increase. Look at that. We've got this. Oh, Kutuzov here. He's going to move against us. Yes, he is going to move against us for definite. We've got a strong force here. We've also got Ney here as well. I think we'll start recruiting for Ney. Westphalian French line infantry. Where's their morale like? 33. That I do like that, but that's they're going to come from Westphalia. So what we need is
Oui, monsieur.
Increase our troops here, or maybe even increase this general here, Deveau, and move this. Hang on. Why have we got Hessen here? -11. Why are they moving their troops there? And look at that, that's a full army here. We are not going to be caught out by anyone. Oh, look at those grenadiers. What's it called? 253 upkeep cost, that is staggering. How many of those can we have? We have 12. increase this army here in Strasbourg as well. 5072 there. Not particularly happy with what's going on here either. Look at that. The Duke of Brunswick as well. Thankfully they've got themselves back up here. But I think we're going to have a fight here in Munich.
Mes yeux sont les vôtres.
Can't sabotage. No, that's not going to do us any good at all, is it?
Oh, bonjour.
They fixed that there, but they haven't fixed this here.
Comment puis-je vous aider?
We don't want to risk their spy here because he's a
sont les
fantastic
vôtres.
spy.
J'enquête.
Rats. Let's just send him this side
Personne ne
here. So
devinera.
they've got more forces moving in here.
Silence garanti.
Sabotage the army in there, but sabotage what? The Court of Justice. If we can take the Court of Justice, that would
J'espionne.
definitely help increase the court. There's just too much around here at the moment.
La nuit est mon ami.
Tenez-vous prêts?
And again, we just can't overstretch ourselves. We've got recruitment here, so this army will be looking quite strong here. Messina on the Senate. Got Marat, but I don't want to pull Marat from France, from Paris at all. We might send Devoe. Once he's got these forces, we might move Devoe to Paris and then Marat into the Eastern Front to have that cavalry commander, because we're going to be hit by the Russians here. And look at that, Innsbruck's got a full army here as well. Westphalian troops. We might just get one of those gentlemen as well here.
Monsieur, vos ordres?
I would like for Napoleon to have that full army, but we need to get the wineries as well. We've got to offset.
Oui, monsieur.
Mind you, Napoleon's. Oh, look at that. Ooh. I think we might just have some sappers as well. 79 of those men. Elite. Look at the accuracy there. 20. Melee attack 21. Morale is 63. Laying mines. That would be excellent. Oh, we've already got sappers already, and also here we need some additional. We've got veterans here.
Votre humble
Can we get
serviteur.
veterans in here? But they probably have to travel a good distance. Let's get one more 86E, the line Belge. Get one of those coming in as well, I think. Let's get Napoleon's army up at full strength here, because it looks like we're going to go up against a very strong commander.
Oh, bonjour.
Got to try and slow down these armies. Right, let's end the turn.
J'avance ouvert.
My goodness me, they're sending an absolute ton of troops in here. Yeah, they've got, there they are, there, oh my goodness me, there it is, there it is. But what? Oh, we don't want to lose these merchant ships, we'll just retreat. Ah. Of course. lose those, and we're going to lose that trade.
La flotte est perdue!
Infamie!
That is not good. And look at the size of this army that's building in here. They're gearing for an attack here against... Yeah, there it is. They're not going to give us any leeway at all. They're going to go for... Yeah, there it is. Damn, they're so persistent here. This is very, very tough here. Come on. Come on, Russia. Do what you need to do. Oh my goodness me. And they've just bypassed us entirely. We're not going to allow that to go. We're not going to allow Russia to move into our territory. Not a chance. Looks like they might be gearing up for an attack as well. I don't think Spain's going to send us any help at all, to be honest with you. It's just not going to happen. Ah. Good grief, that's a strong force. Okay. Yes, excellent. 2, 3, 6, 7. Still got that there. What do we have now? Polish Inquisition. No, we need... I think we need that national census. We need to get as much money as we can. So plus 5% global tax rate. We'll just get this here. A national census will actually get us this mass mobilization here. So -2 recruitment costs. Again, we're all trying to drive down the recruitment costs, but there's not a chance. Not a chance.
Votre Majesté.
Can't sabotage. Well, we can sabotage here. Can we sabotage this building here?
Je regarde.
Maybe be detected. Oh, good grief. Look at the size of these armies. It is scary. The armies they have here are ridiculous.
Prêt!
But there's not a chance we're going to allow them to... Yeah, we know. And to that end, what we are going to do here is 2 of those. But we're going to send Ney back here to Strasbourg.
Marchez! Prêt à recevoir vos ordres?
We've got these coming in here. I think what we are going to do is we're going to have our first battle.
Tenez-vous prêts?
À votre service. Mon mot d'ordre est discrétion. Je cherche à me couvrir.
Only 30%. If we could get him, what a joy that would be, but it's not going to happen.
À votre service.
They've just got a stupendous amount of guns here. We're going to be absolutely knocked sideways here by these. We've got to defend here. We're going to, I think, have our first attack here.
Monsieur, vos ordres? La victoire sera à nous!
And that, my friends, is the first battle we're going to have here with Napoleon taking on Mikhail Kutuzov here. Kutuzov and Napoleon at loggerheads here. Now, of course, we do have a massive Austrian army behind this. But if we could destroy this Russian army, we can retreat back here and maybe use the force and Ney as well. But this is the first one, the first fight we're going to have here. We just about outnumber them, but my goodness me, we don't have the forces we'd like to have in here. Heavy cavalry, light cavalry, we've got grenadiers, but we've got grenadiers as well. We've got to look at that. We've got veterans, plenty of cavalry, but we've got Napoleon as well. That's going to be all the difference here. My goodness me, it's going to be absolutely what a fight this is going to be. But that, my friends, we're going to end this episode. I hope we've enjoyed this episode. We can see there's going to be a huge amount of aggression here from the Austrians, and that army down here is just that army there. You can see just there that is a huge army. That's the largest army they have. But can we possibly pull back? What we might do is, if we defeat the Russians here, we might then pull back to, we might pull back entirely to here, Strasbourg, and bring Ney and Napoleon and the other commander we've got there together. Hopefully can hold Stuttgart, at least damage that Austrian army, and then strike out with a very powerful force. We've got these Hessen as well. Why are the Hessen here as well? They're starting to menace and loiter around the border here. So we've got a huge task on our hands here, but I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you have, my friends, as always, please keep your comments coming down below, whatever they may be. I'd like to thank all of you for your wonderful comments, wonderful advice and strategies. If you haven't seen it being implemented here, it will be done so, my friends, very, very soon, I promise you. But as sort of the campaign unfolds, different events occur, and sort of sometimes it will knock the advice slightly back or alter that advice we might need. But again, what do you think, my friends? Have I done the right thing here? Should I retreat back? I don't really want to. I really want to stand and fight to give the Russians a bloody nose. But then again, we've got this Austrian army here that's probably going to come in and attack Napoleon. And if we lose Napoleon's army, one of our strongest armies has then been pretty much vanquished as it is. But we've got other armies we can probably pull in together anyway, and the other armies we've got here, we've pulled Ney back as well, just in case as well. Hope you've enjoyed this, my friends. If you have, as always, please keep your comments coming down below. Thank you for all of your wonderful support for this campaign. It's been absolutely fantastic. I really am looking forward to carrying on with it. And whatever you're doing, please be safe. But until next time, my friends, bye for now.